Now at 11.
Now at 11, a fight between a local landlord and a tenant in an exclusive follow-up. Action News 3 finds itself in the middle of the battle. And investigators say they've solved a 3-year-old murder case. Action News 3, live at 11, starts now.
Now from NBC3, live, local, late breaking. This is Action News 3, live at 11.
He's told us, take that off of me.
We just want to talk to you for a minute.
Take it off of me.
Tempers flared tonight. Action News 3 demands answers from a Syracuse landlord. The heated dispute is over this eviction notice posted 24 hours after we aired a story about a woman who claims she's living in deplorable conditions. It's a story you'll see exclusively on Action News 3. Our Kevin Schenk is live in Syracuse with late-breaking details. Kevin.
Well, hey there, Matt. Last night we told you about this South Side couple who have been living in questionable conditions inside their apartment now for the last couple of months. They claim the landlord hasn't been doing anything about it. As you mentioned, literally hours after that story aired last night here on Action News 3, that couple was slapped with an eviction notice.
Take that off of me.
We just want to talk to you for a minute.
Take it off of me. Sir? Gone.
A very agitated landlord confronting Action News tonight when we returned to this apartment complex on West Brighton Avenue when word of the eviction hit. Now, last night, we told you about Tracy Smart and Larry Wright and the troubles they say they've been having with landlord Andrew Clark. Their bathtub has been leaking for months, warping the cupboards below in the kitchen. Downstairs in the cellar, standing water near the furnace with a distinct odor of feces. They say raw sewage is flowing in here. They just want things fixed around the apartment. But this morning, when they opened their front door, they found an eviction notice there. They had 72 hours to get out.
He's been avoiding us all day. He hasn't talked to me or my boyfriend about it. And he's going to other tenants that telling him that he doesn't care if we have $1,000 to give us. He's still kicking us out because we call Channel 3 News on him.
Now, Tracy and Larry admit they're behind on the rent. They owe Clark $900. They say they've been trying to work out a payment plan to catch up. Although Clark wouldn't consent to an interview, he remained on the sidewalk outside the apartment complex with witnesses, where he told Action News in no uncertain terms that his tenants were liars and he's done everything on the up and up.
That warrant was signed Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday.
All right.
Why don't you check it?
Sir, you don't have to be so agitated here.
I'm really freaking. Because you're coming down here trying to make a story like, oh, as soon as they're on TV, I evict them. Of course that's what he's going to say. Why not say that? Why not make a load of horse out of everything?
We'd like your side of the story, though.
All he's been doing is lying and lying and lying. I'm going to have the money.
Tracy Smart is 9 months pregnant. She's due this month, and they could be homeless by Monday. But her boyfriend claims that it's been very difficult to deal with this landlord.
They got the sewage downstairs. You got the windows. He haven't came in this whole time to fix anything for none of these people out here. They had chicken feed. He put chicken feces out here to keep the kids off the grass.
And when all was said and done tonight, the clock was ticking for Tracy Smart and Larry Wright, and landlord Andrew Clark remained angry with his tenants and with Action News.
You take that off of me, and you get the hell out of here.
Sir, we're not on your property, though.
Then don't go on it.
That's the sidewalk. Move up to the
Get
sidewalk.
the hell off my property.
Now, landlord Andrew Clark says there is absolutely no room to maneuver in this case. He says if Larry and Tracy aren't out of that apartment come Monday morning, he will physically go into their apartment and remove those belongings himself and throw those belongings out onto the street. Reporting live in Syracuse tonight, Kevin Schenk, Action News 3, Night Team.
Now from the night team, a man who teaches prisoners may soon become a prisoner. The bizarre story has shocked people in Auburn. Investigators say an Auburn Correctional Facility employee tried hiring out an inmate as a hitman. And tonight, Daniel Crosby is behind bars at the Cuyahoga County Jail. Police won't identify the man he allegedly wanted dead, but the district attorney says he can't remember the last time he's seen a case so bizarre.
We've certainly had many cases over the years where inmates have tried to reach out to have somebody harmed on their behalf, but never a case like this.
The State Department of Corrections has suspended Crosby. He's due back in court at the end of the month. Also tonight, this man is in big trouble with the law. Investigators say 44-year-old Ricky Lagasse bludgeoned his uncle to death last week. This was the scene as crews searched through Paul Jansen's home. And tonight, police say Lagasse told them he snapped after hearing his uncle make sexually lewd comments about family members. Lagasse surrendered to police after a standoff in Rome. According to court documents, Lagasse claims his uncle sexually assaulted him when he was a child.
Live at 11 now, the clock is ticking for Central New Yorkers waiting to file their taxes. Of course, tonight is April 15th, and the IRS estimates more than 40 million Americans wait until today to send in those forms. That many people can create some long lines at the post office and at times a festive atmosphere. Night team reporter Dan Kleffler is contributing to that in North Syracuse tonight. Dan?
Yes, well, I don't know about contribution as far as my tax return. That I did last night, but the festive atmosphere, they don't need me for that. The tax man has cometh, and even at this 11th hour, so many Central New Yorkers are waiting to file their taxes. In fact, we're at the post office off of Taft Road right there. Of course, this is the time when we have our live shot up when there aren't any people coming through. Earlier tonight, though, there are a lot of people that are taking advantage of this drive-through service, dropping off their tax returns. They can still use the lobby. It's open until midnight. Everyone is burning the midnight oil to make sure that Uncle Sam gets that return.
The annual rush to get that postmark is on. From filling out forms to just getting stamps, a lot of Central New Yorkers packed into post offices to make that midnight deadline.
I only have one stamp, so I have to wait in line get it mailed out.
At the Carousel Center post office, one man is making a return trip for his taxes. He didn't have enough postage to send it to the IRS the first time, so it was returned, and now he's waiting in line again.
I'm going to use U.S. mail as little as possible in the future because I think the whole system stinks.
But others think the U.S. Postal Service offers a little more safety and security with sensitive tax information.
I filed internet last year, and they sent me forms for internet this year.
Yeah.
And I'd rather not go with the internet.
The post office was expecting a quieter filing day this year after a tip from the IRS.
The IRS told us that about 7%, they expect about a 7% increase in e-filing, but it hasn't really reflected in the Syracuse area as far as we can tell.
And even though they'll burn the midnight oil to make sure all these forms get stamped, postal employees are keeping smiles on their faces.
There is sort of a festive atmosphere. The employees have been wonderful. It's sort of fun, something different.
It's kind of like countdown to New Year's, only, well, not as fun, actually. That's what you've got, 53 minutes. If you want to file your taxes on time without the penalties, remember, if you owe the government, you still have to get that payment in by midnight tonight, even if you filed an extension. Reporting live from the post office on Taft Road, Dan Kleffler, Action News 3:19.
The stress of filing taxes is now gone for many Central New Yorkers, so will they have a nice weekend of weather to relax? Chief Meteorologist Wayne Mahar with a quick look at the weather. Wayne.
Hey there, Jackie. I think it will. It'll be another good-looking weekend coming up here in Central New York. We'll be able to boost the temperatures up a little bit more as well. Here's a look at live triple Doppler radar brought to you by USADatanet.com. All is quiet on the radar scene right now. A very dry night going across Central New York. So here's a look at our fastcast then for your Saturday. 7 a.m. sunshine, a little cool at 32, maybe some upper 20s in the countryside. Noontime, sunny 62, 5 p.m., sunny skies, and 67 degrees. And I'll be back with lots more details in just a few minutes.
All right, Wayne, Mother Nature caused some problems for firefighters this afternoon in Lye Center. They say strong winds helped spread the flames from a barn to a nearby home. Fire also spread to a different barn. Both the barns were destroyed. The house has some minor damage, but no injuries to anyone. New at 11 tonight, Buffalo firefighters say goodbye to one of their own killed in the war in Iraq. Army Staff Sergeant Christopher Dill died earlier this month. Today, he was remembered with a traditional firefighter's funeral. During the ceremony, 2 ladder trucks formed an arch for Dill's procession to pass through. The third-generation Buffalo firefighter was just 32 years old. Also tonight, friends and family are remembering Ronald Hull. The Casanova man died late last night. Hull was critically injured a few weeks ago. A natural gas buildup sparked a massive explosion inside his home. Ronald's wife, Judith, is still in the hospital. She's listed in serious condition.
Now from the night team, a rash of deadly motorcycle crashes are raising concerns about safety. This morning, Lyncourt native Michael Darby died after crashing his bike on James Street in Syracuse. Police say they aren't sure how fast Darby was driving when he smashed into a pole. Last Friday, Joseph Friggin died during a serious crash in Lafayette. Investigators say Friggin went airborne during the accident, clipped trees, and landed face down in a ditch. Then last Saturday, another motorcycle crash sent one man to the morgue and another to the hospital. Police say Douglas Tracy died after hitting a car while driving more than 100 miles per hour. A second motorcycle was involved in the same crash. Cops say the driver was going just as fast as Tracy when he hit the same car. And today, some bikers say the deadly start to the riding season has concerned them. They say younger riders don't always make safety a priority. And some instructors say riders need to do a better job of using common sense.
When you're younger, you don't, you're indestructible. So the older guys do, but the young guys, they're still crazy.
This was an error in judgment. In all of these cases, I believe it was a serious error in judgment. 100 miles an hour on a residential street, bad things are going to happen.
Tonight, experts are warning riders to stay awake while on the road. Fatigue can slow a motorcyclist's reaction time. They also want riders to slow down at night. It's a lot harder to see the road. And experts say a clean face shield is immensely important for riders. We've put more motorcycle safety tips on our website, and you can check them out by logging on to WSTM.com.
An Action News 3 alert tonight. A potentially dangerous diet drug may be returning to store shelves. The Food and Drug Administration banned ephedra a year ago. They had linked it to more than 150 deaths. But now a federal judge has struck that ban down. The court says the FDA was wrong to regulate the supplement as a drug and not a food. Ephedra's return may be good news for dieters, but some doctors, they're worried. They say over-the-counter use of ephedra could lead to more strokes and heart attacks.
The problem with it is that it revs it up too much, and patients are at risk for developing hypertension. Their blood pressure shoots way up. They can have an MI or heart attack. They can have a stroke, a cranial bleed. It can cause some pretty serious, fatal even, cardiac arrhythmias.
Well, tonight, the FDA says the judge's ruling does not change its opinion about ephedra. It plans to appeal the court decision lifting that ban.
Late-breaking details tonight about a man facing animal abuse charges. Cops say Sebastian Desasare stole a cat from a Utica Humane Society. They also say by the time they caught up to him, the cat was severely injured. The surveillance video caught the cat nabber on tape. Police say this is Desasare grabbing a cat, tucking it under his coat, and leaving the Stephen Swan Humane Society. That cat later died. Investigators say Desasare beat it. Now, workers at the shelter are now looking for ways to protect animals up for adoption. It wants to install another security camera, and it says all adoption candidates will go through an oral interview. Workers want to weed out people who may make bad pet owners.
And we have conversational approach to, what is their history with pet ownership? What are their plans for this pet? Are they prepared to take it into their home?
Meantime, investigators continue to look into Desasare's case. They say an animal cruelty conviction could land him behind bars for up to 2 years.
Coming up from the night team, an armed robbery ends up leading police on a high-speed chase through city streets and back roads.
And the woman responsible for this brutal beatdown learns her fate. You're watching Action News 3 live at 11.
Across America with Mega Jackpots. It's Mega Millions.
Good evening, I'm Carol Blackman. It's Friday, April 15th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $144 million. With the jackpot, all you have to do is match all 5 white balls plus the Mega Ball. Your first number tonight is 37. Up next is 26. That's followed by 49. Up next is 39. Then we have 25. Time now for the Mega Ball. The Mega Ball number is 29. Once again, your winning numbers are 37, 26, 49, 39, 25, and the Mega Ball is 29. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Tuesday's jackpot could be worth $168 million. Good luck.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Hyundai, America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles.
This is it, Hyundai's once-a-year spring sales event with great deals like up to $3,500 cash back or 0% APR for 60 months on select models and limited-time-only savings on the stylish Hyundai Sonata. Like every Hyundai, the Sonata is built with award-winning quality that lets Hyundai offer America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. Hurry, the event ends May 2nd. Only at your Hyundai dealer. Get a 2005 Hyundai Sonata with up to $3,000 cash back or 0% APR.
Right now, they're meeting in one place
To deliver the power and precision of professional-grade trucks and SUVs, it's GMC's first ever red letter event. Push the hot button for your chance to win one of 1,000 GM vehicles. Qualified buyers get this 05 Sierra 1500 extended cab four-wheel drive SLE Z71 with Smart Buy financing for around $269 a month. Call for residency restrictions and other details. It's GMC's red letter event. You're watching Action News 3, live at 11.
Wait! How much to install?
$42.50, unless I have to come inside.
Deposit?
Another 100.
What if you use my tools?
You could pay a lot to get started with some phone companies. Not with digital phone from Time Warner Cable. Installation is free. Then talk all you want for one low monthly price.
I heard once you can install just by flipping a switch at the office.
Still costs $42.50.
That must be some switch.
Get digital phone and save.
Can I get vehicle stability control for my birthday? Mom, can we get traction control, please? Other kids have all-wheel drive. Why can't I? Come on. It's cool. Please.
They'll never ask you for safety, but shouldn't you give it to them anyway? The Toyota Sienna minivan with the highest safety rating in its class. And right now, you can lease a new Sienna for $249 a month.
You're the best, Dad.
The Sienna, one of 17 Toyotas moving you forward.
Live, local, late breaking. You're watching Action News 3, live at 11.
Well, we had another fantastic April day here in central New York today. Matter of fact, the past week or so has been just terrific. But you know, all the dry weather, even though we like that, we like the sunshine, we like all the dry weather, there is a point, too, that maybe it gets a little too dry once in a while. And that's why we're starting to talk a little bit more now about the possibility, at least, of some brush fires and grass fires. We've gotten several press releases for some of the agencies across the state today and yesterday, too, talking about dozens and dozens of small fires starting up, and we want to be careful of that this weekend. Here's some ground vegetation we got just off the deck today, and I don't know if you can hear it. I'll put it next to the mic, but you can hear how dry that is. Very, very dry. And I'll tell you this, we're not going to see any rain this weekend, too. For good or bad, it's going to be a dry weekend. Okay, here's a look at live triple Doppler radar, brought to you by USADatanet.com. And certainly no rain on this picture. Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo, 3 live Doppler radars, but no precipitation to be found. Okay, then outside right now over the weather deck with a clear starry sky overhead. We're 46, the dew point 22, humidity 39%, which is pretty low for this time of night. Matter of fact, just to talk about how dry it is, this afternoon at 5 o'clock, our humidity here in Syracuse, the humidity was 18%. Out in the desert southwest, Phoenix, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada, the humidity was 10%. Very, very dry. Okay, let's talk again just a little bit more about the fire danger. 8 days now and counting without rain. You get the strong April sunshine just causing a lot of evaporation, especially with humidities under 30%, and that leads to rapid ground vegetation drying and also the drying of the topsoil. You combine the very dry topsoil and vegetation and you start getting a little bit of wind, well, that can certainly cause at least the possibility of grass and brush fires. And like I say, we're already starting to see and hear about some of those. Okay, back to what's going on now with the weather. Here's the current weather map. There's a big storm that's been down in the south over the past several days, slowly moving away. Still some gusty winds over Cape Hatteras, though. But other than that, look at the weather pattern across the eastern half of the nation. Barely a cloud to be seen from Maine across New England over us, up and down the middle Atlantic states, and back into the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes. As far as our weekend weather is concerned, you got plans this weekend. Sunshine tomorrow, 36 at 8 a.m. High noon, we're 60, 67 at 5 p.m. On Sunday, a few more clouds may mix in. Temperature 69 at 2 p.m. and cooling to 64 degrees at 5 p.m. Here's our futurecast. Overnight tonight, clear, calm, and cool. Big area of high pressure in control. Still around for tomorrow, giving us a load of sunshine again tomorrow. That'll boost the temperature up about another 5 or 6 degrees over what it was today. High pressure still in control over the weekend. Few extra clouds Sunday, but not much to deal with as far as any bad weather this weekend. Here's our forecast overnight tonight. Clear skies, colder temperatures in rural areas, but most of us tonight getting around 30 degrees for a low. For tomorrow, sunshine and warmer. High temperature 67. And here's that 7-day weather outlook for you. Sunday, clouds and sun, 69. Monday, clouds, sun, 69. There may be a shower or thunderstorm developing Tuesday afternoon. We could see 75. And then the chance for a shower or storm Wednesday and 69. And that's the latest from the weather outside.
Looking good. Thanks, Wayne. Next from the Action News 3 night team, action on the field nearly spills into the stands.
Now security crews are wondering what's next.
This portion of Action News is brought to you by Goldberg's.
Fantastic fresh fashions. It's the store-wide spring sale at Goldberg's. We've got your sofa, contemporary to traditional in fabulous fabrics, microfiber and leather. Hundreds of sofas priced right at $3.99 and $4.99. Save on Sealy. Choose a Posturepedic plush queen set for just $5.98. Spring sale savings store-wide, plus no payments and no interest for a year. The latest, the greatest, right on the money.
Goldberg's, the money saver. We're gonna save you more.
GoldbergsFurniture.com.
Inside every bag of Scott's Pure Premium Grass Seed is a Scott's Pure Premium Lawn. Thicker, stronger, not a weed in sight. Because Scott's Pure Premium is seed that's pure. So pure, we guarantee a weed-free lawn. Other brands can have thousands of weed seeds in every bag that can ruin your lawn. The choice is simple, pure and simple. Scott's Pure Premium Grass Seed for a Scott's Pure Premium Lawn.
Saving that push for something really important? Chevy Hot Button is here.
Push it real good.
Use Hot Button bonus to get an 05 Silverado regular cab work truck for around $179 a month with Smart Buy financing. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details.
Push it good.
See your local Chevy dealer.
Your Severe Weather Center 3 forecast, only on WSTM.com.
Tuesday, I was mobbed by paparazzi. Yesterday, I blew my entire savings on stilettos. And today, I'm hiring a pool boy. And I don't even have a pool. When it's just me, a warm, toasty McGriddle sandwich, and a great cup of McDonald's coffee, my imagination runs wild. Tomorrow? What wouldn't you like to know?
You save on designer fashion every day at Peter Harris. Now save 20 to 50% more. Everything is on sale at Peter Harris. Save an extra 20 to 50%.
The incredibly delicious Arby's Bacon Cheddar Melts. Right now, get 2 of them for just $3. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Our ice cream is a real Lancaster County tradition. It's made from fresh country cream and only the best ingredients.
Turkey Hill ice cream. Where we make it is why it's good.
Drugstore robbery leads police in a high-speed chase. It was all caught on tape. Police say there were some tense moments during the chase. The car on the run was weaving through traffic, running red lights too. The chase started after 3 men held up a pharmacy at gunpoint. Police say their suspects stole cash and powerful pain relievers. Chase ended after the men crashed into a van. Also in Ohio, the woman who helped start this pizza shop beatdown gets her day in court now. The surveillance video caught the entire attack on tape some time ago. The woman pleaded no contest for her part in this brutal beating. She's already served 6 months in jail. Now she has to undergo anger management classes and perform community service.
The night team taking a look across America now. Massachusetts investigators say they've cracked a 3-year-old murder case. Somebody stabbed fashion writer Krista Worthington to death in her home. Now, cops found Worthington on the floor of her kitchen, her 2-year-old daughter sitting by her side. Now, detectives say the man guilty is a 34-year-old trash collector. Worthington's family is stunned.
It really has come out of left field from where, we thought the police were kind of looking.
And police say they linked their suspect to the scene with DNA evidence. To Utah now, where a man facing charges he killed his wife and dumped her body in a dumpster pleads guilty. Mark Hacking now faces 6 years to life in prison. Lori Hacking vanished last July. Search crews didn't find her decomposed body until October. In Michigan, cops are on the hunt for a man who walked into a TV station and opened fire. He then took off after shooting a former employee. The victim is in critical condition.
He's got his little spelling homework. At least he was doing his homework,
An Ohio middle school teacher is glad one of her students had his homework, but she's not happy where it was, in her stolen car. Police say a 12-year-old boy hopped behind the wheel and drove off. He had driven more than 10 miles before police caught up to him.
In Boston tonight, police are considering pressing charges against a baseball fan. The man nearly got into a fist fight with a New York Yankee on the baseball field. Outfielder Gary Sheffield says a fan took a swing at him. It happened during last night's game with the Red Sox at Fenway Park. Sheffield shoved back before security quickly jumped in. Our fast feedback tonight, we wanted to know if you think there should be more security at sporting events. Gene writes, security or lack of security is not the issue. The issue is one of fan discipline. Dick says it looks like it's going to be necessary to put up a retaining fence. I think it would prevent this problem with fans and players. But Paul, well, he disagrees. He says, I think there's enough security. It's that just the fans get overexcited sometimes and don't realize what they are doing. Always crazy with the Yankees and the Red Sox.
It certainly is. We'll see. Next in sports, saying farewell to a legend.
And goodbye to another hockey season. Joe Zone's 2-minute drill is still ahead.
Got a news tip? Log on to WSTM.com or call 426-TIPS.
What's new? The new 255-horsepower Accord Hybrid. Not to mention, the Accord made it to Car and Driver's 10 Best Cars list for the 19th time. Then again, we've always been popular with those in the know. Oh, and right now, you can lease a Honda Accord LX at a price you won't believe. So, what's new with you? Now you can lease an Accord LX for $199 a month.
My mood is lush and green, fresh field greens, like in McDonald's salads, with warm chicken and Newman's own dressing caressing every luscious leaf. I feed my green mood with McDonald's salads.
When you're hungry for a terrific salad, try McDonald's premium salads for only $3.99. Each one is topped with warm, grilled, or crispy chicken. Premium salads, just $3.99.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
Some cars are just born to follow, one-dimensional, charisma-free. But this car has a different vibe. It takes any road you throw at it and everything you throw in it. Runs fast between lights and long between fill-ups. Give it a destination and go where the vibe takes you. During Pontiac's Hot Button, everyone's a winner. Non-GM owners drive a new Vibe for around $179 a month with Smart Buy financing. Call for details. See your Syracuse area Pontiac dealers.
Stunning's a good word.
Sensual, passionate, finicky, not missing the details. Playful?
Surprising.
Definitely eclectic.
Contemporary, a touch of artiste.
Fabulous.
Solid.
Rugged.
Simple, open, uncomplicated.
Colorful.
Unique. Original.
Beautiful inside and out.
Anderson Windows. Long live the home.
During Ford's National Test Drive event, people love getting into our Ford Explorer. Trouble is getting them out.
So you like the handling?
Oh, yeah. The power. Oh, yeah.
The comfort and room for up to 7?
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm not going to get you out of this Explorer, am I?
Oh, no. During Ford's National Test Drive event, drive an Explorer for just $299 a month for 36 months. That's just $299 a month for 36 months. Visit your local Ford store today.
Good evening, I'm Kevin Logie. Welcome to Friday, April 15th, Take 5 drawing. Being observed by an auditor from KPMG. Tonight's winning Take 5 numbers are 37, 4, 5, 18, and 9. Good luck, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Now, the 2-minute drill with Joe Zone.
Coming up in the drill tonight, Yanks met SkyChiefs, farewell tour, final game. Final game. I'm Joe Zone. Here we go. Take a look at the hockey. Final home game of the season for the Crunch. Here's the question. Where have these guys been all year? 3 goals in the first period against the Binghamton team going to the playoffs. Alexander Svitov at 8-11 to make it 2-0. 2.5 minutes later on a Crunch power play, Mark Hardigan deflects one in. That made it 3-0. Then the wheels came off. Binghamton scores 4 second-period goals. The Crunch, in their final home game of the year, they lose 5-3. The Yankees are in Baltimore for a weekend series against the Orioles. Carl Pavano back on the mound after a line drive to his head last time out. He was in a 1-1 game until the 6th. Then the Orioles go back-to-back. That was Miguel Tejada, 2-1 Orioles. Next batter, Sammy Sosa. Solo shot, 3-1 Orioles. Now it's the same inning, 6-1. Sosa again, bases loaded. That one bounces over the wall for a 2-run double. Orioles go on to win at 8-1. Bruce Chen, a 4-hit complete game. The Mets with a 4-game winning streak, home with the Marlins. Big hit in the game, Mike Piazza, 2-run single to make it 4-0. Mets go on to beat the Marlins 4-zip behind Aaron Heilman's 1-hitter. The SkyChiefs, a little late afternooning thing going on today with Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Syracuse wearing Montreal Royals jerseys in honor of Jackie Robinson Day. And maybe they should keep wearing them. Check out the big power display for them. First inning, Aaron Hill, solo shot. Next inning, Andy Dominique, a 2-run shot in the exact same spot. And the SkyChiefs go on to win it. Final score, 9-4. And finally, Lacrosse. Gary Gate, the legend, played here at Syracuse in the late 80s. His final season as a pro and playing tonight in Rochester for the last time.
By the Nighthawks, 9 points in 4 games. A shot from outside, and Gary Gate rips it underneath the crossbar. It's 5-4. Nighthawks up top to...
Same team. His brother Paul also scored, but this one's all about Gary Gate's farewell tour. Next year, he'll be a coach in the Outdoor League.
Or they really elevated lacrosse the last few decades.
Stuff was great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thank you, Joe.
And still ahead from the Action News 3 night team, break out the can of bug repellent and don't stop spraying. You may not believe how big this bug is.
How big it was. That story's just ahead, but first, here's Jay Leno.
Hey, folks, good show tonight. The beautiful Drew Barrymore from the hit movie Fever Pitch on the program, plus the lovely George Foreman, the beautiful Miranda Lambert, the odd Farrelly brothers showed up, Midnight Confessions, and a bunch of rejects from Cops hiding in the corner. It's a big show coming up right after the news.
Action News is brought to you by USA DataNet, featuring the new All Talk plan for only $24.95. Call today or visit usadatanet.com.
Let's go! 5-star crash test rating.
It's the only minivan with Stone-Go seating, and I got 0% financing.
My 300, 2005 Motor Trend cars a year.
Join over 1 million proud new owners during the Chrysler Spring Sales Event to get the most award-winning vehicles in our history. Get great offers on the roomy PT Convertible, the stylish Sebring, and the powerful Crossfire Roadster. With the widest range of convertibles to choose from, Chrysler's sure to have one that fits your style. Get 0% financing plus an April bonus cash allowance that can save you up to $4,100 on Sebring Convertible.
Greetings, I am Father Time. Raymore and Flanagan has asked me to suspend time on interest charges till 2008. Now's the time to save on furniture store-wide, including famous and timeless brand names. Time will stand still as I suspend interest charges. There's no deposit or interest till 2008. Plus, they deliver in practically no time, just 3 days or less. It's time for interest-free financing at Raymore and Flanagan. Hurry! Time's up, 9 p.m. Monday.
With the first pick in this year's draft, Dallas selects Cordell Russell, wide receiver, Nebraska.
Life comes at you fast. Nobody helps you get ready like Nationwide. Investments, retirement, insurance.
Nationwide is on your side.
At PNC, it's all about freshness. They call this gold label USDA choice beef. I call it perfection.
This week during our Big Pack Meat Sale, bigger sizes mean bigger savings for you. And your favorite cuts are packaged to save you a ton. Like gold label boneless beef cube steak, just $2.49 a pound. And fresh USDA grade A hotel style turkey breast, just 99 cents a pound. It's the Big Pack Meat Sale this week only at PNC. Saving you more, serving you better.
345 horses. That's more power than Ford or Chevy.
It's got great looks. I got bonus cash. 3 words. Cummins Turbo Diesel.
Heavy-duty power with 0% financing? Done deal.
Hurry in now and join over 1 million proud new owners during the Dodge Spring Sales Event to get the most award-winning lineup in our history. Qualified returning Daimler Chrysler buyers can get a new Ram 1500 SLT with a Magnum V8 for just $239 a month.
Yeah, I got a Hemi. And the deal, sweet.
Finally tonight from the night team, a prehistoric bug big enough to make your skin crawl. This incredible insect isn't alive anymore, but all 6 feet of it used to roam the earth millions of years ago. Imagine that showing up in your bathroom. It's called the Arthropleura. Scientists say its tracks actually look like tire tracks. They also say this big guy is probably the biggest bug to ever call Earth home. We're glad he's gone.
WD-40 wouldn't work.
No, I don't think so. Action News 3 is back tomorrow morning with Weekend Today in Central New York. I'm Matt Mulcahy.
I'm Jackie Robinson. Good night, Central New York.